Hello and welcome to the show. We are here on GTA 5 with a minor demolition derby going on the grid, playing around with some more of the new cars. The Paragon is the one we are going to use first of all today, the Bentley Continental style vehicle. It does get the kind of race body kit. Oh, we're going for, sure, you know what, I'll join in this. We're going for a silly grid. There's no way this is going badly wrong at all. Right, we'll be all sneaky on our side of the grid. We're getting as much of an advantage as we can here. We're just sort of tucking up. This is totally going to lead to a really big crash at the start. But let's find out. Well, we're off the line. Everything's gone. Actually, not too terrible. So this particular track built by Scotty. There are some nasty hairpins. There are some nasty chicanes. There's kind of some long straights followed by technical chicane or tight hairpin, so we've got to watch out a little bit for the braking zones. I like the Paragon. I have one of these. In fact, I've got quite a few of the new cars. I think this is the update that I've bought the most of the new cars. This is one of the nasty chicanes well, we have come off worst in, sadly. Yeah, I like this car. It's a nice car to drive. It's what I used at the start of Survive the Hunt 40. I think that's whatever number we're on now. The latest one, it was 14 or 15 or something like that. Yeah, I have a black and orange one, naturally, with a Mighty Wing. I mean, I couldn't pass up the chance to have the original Mighty Wing in GTA form. So, naturally, yeah, I have one of these. And they're pretty good cars to drive. They deal with the bumps. So we were trying to do a race with the Neo, which is another one of the new vehicles, and just most of the tracks we have, it's horrendous to drive at it. It's got the silly advanced handling flags, or basically the ruin an entire car flags that go on with the way the game's coded, and it just makes it horrendous to drive across bumps. It pings around and bounces about and is just generally crap. So you have to be on like a perfectly smooth circuit. Whereas, and you know, a lot of the tracks, unless you're building sky circuits, are driven on, well, streets. You know, this is street circuits we do, and yeah, it just doesn't handle. Whereas the Paragon, no issues. No issues whatsoever. I don't know whether we can bump draft anybody. We haven't tested that, so we might not be able to get away with any teamwork in these. We're going to get a mega run. It's 6 wide down the start, finish straight. Can I pull it up in time? Just about, but that was a really just about moment down there. We got it done, but yeah, not comfortably. We lost the back end. Behind Nine Tails, and then everyone takes it easy to the chicane. Now, I know Glisco's going to have a look up the inside. We'll give some space. We'll probably get off the corner quite nicely. So, you know, you give enough space. Oh, Nine Tails on 2 wheels across the curb for all of that. You give enough space, you can still sometimes get a nice run on the exit of them corners. Glisco's going to get a run. I've got nowhere to go down here. There's a gap vaguely in the middle, but it closes up. The road narrows up down here, so you can't really shoot that gap. You don't really want 3 wide down that section. Oh, Brazen has a look at the inside, and I've broken it all. Bloody hell. That was asking just a smidge too much on my car. My bad. My bad. We met a tree with the Bentley. Not a good place to have ended up. But I was kind of letting Blakey go a little bit through there, and then Blakey ran wide on the road and smacked the wall, and that put us back alongside. We will get around there. Well, the pass is complete. Now, can we get to the next group before we get repassed by somebody? Possibly. Nareth went in a little bit deep, so no, we're not. We're going to give all the slipstream to the cars behind, not be able to do anything ourselves. I mean, we've got a few laps to go here. Well, we're on lap 2 out of 5, so there is time, of course, to recover. Blakey scared the crap out of me and themselves going down there, going to that outside line. That was a little bit on the dicey side. Up towards turn 1 we go. This is going to cut underneath us for the exit, I would imagine. We still get that. It's that good drive on the outside, but this is turn to be the one having that good drive somewhere, I suspect. Oh, a little bit scruffy. Now there is if things all go terribly wrong on that, there is a safety area behind the wall that you can kind of get away with. It's not the ideal line, and you will lose time, but there is a safety line that you can jump around on the outside. We have plummeted to the back. We are literally dead last from this. So it's going to be a mega recovery drive in a couple of laps. Can we do it? Can we recover from 11th? It is slightly small, so we're a connection. Some people have to go while we're doing this, but Can we get from 11th? I mean, 11 is still more than enough for a very good race. 11 cars battle for the lead is terrifying when we get them going. We've just got to not make mistakes. Got to pick our moment. Don't want to have another crash, really. I mean, apparently the Paragon will go across the tyre bundles. It doesn't really look very comfortable, but they can do it. Now, we should be in Slipstream. I mean, we are not very far away from the group of vehicles, and this is why we leave Slipstream and catch up on. It means that even if you have a bit of an iffy start to a race, you're not going to be stuck hot lapping around on your own. You still have a chance, although we were too far back to get anything off of Noreth's car, so we are just a little bit brazen. How did you end up there? That is a question for the ages. It's a straight line, and Brazen somehow managed to veer. Did the sat-nav reroute you? Is that what was going on there? Were you listening to the sat-nav and not looking where you were going? Is that something that's occurred? It seems quite likely. Oh, there's a couple of cars in the escape chute. It's not ideal for them. Not really ideal for me in some regards. We wanted a clean run to try and get up through the field, but we're not going to get that. Let's try and give Ninetales a push where we can. It's got us up to 6th at least, so I mean we've climbed halfway up through the field in the space of a lap. Ninetales got to go around the trees. Oh, ooh, a little bit of lag. Ninetales is fine though, gets away with it. Noreth's is going to have to give us a push because there is nowhere to go. Noreth climbs over the back of our car and does a wheelie. That's less than helpful, but at least got away with it all. Oh, what a really funky line up there. There's no speed to be had. Ninetales has to dodge the building and the trees. Scotty's still looking. There's no space, Scotty. There is no space around that outside. I think Ninetales might have decided the better idea here is back off, get some slipstream, and not fight too much. Because that was a mad little sequence of corners. I mean, we all made it through. We did all make it through safely there. Someone's going to have a run, and it is going to be Ninetales to the inside. Noreth is going to have a look. Oh, I mean, that is a real dicey corner going too wide. Ninetales was far enough alongside, and perhaps rather not have cars making it too wide through there. We will throw. We got away with it. I mean, you can get away with it as you can kind of ping the wall, and it's just about solid enough. It's about solid enough at a right enough angle that it doesn't just insta-murder you, at least, which is something. Now, we have had some luck around there. We would have had possibly some luck. It's just the chicane is too busy. It's like a Formula E circuit. This in some regards. I mean, a lot longer straights and everything, but Formula E circuit with an escape chute on one of the chicane. To be fair, Formula E's use a lot of escape chutes on some of their races. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed this year's Formula E. It was this season, I guess, because it was kind of over 2 years. It was a good season. It was a very good season, actually. There's some really, really good races with them cars. So I've been converted to at least enjoying the series. Oh, that's getting all scruffy up here. We're back to our 6th position. Can we go around? Oh, Gliska found the tree. That's the one Ninetales worked so hard to try to avoid a lap or so. It was last lap. So much goes on in a lap that you never quite remember where you are. Now, I know there's going to be cars on the inside. I might have taken the avoiding action there a little bit to the extreme. We still get a good run because we can get the slipstream now down here. But that was a little bit too deep from me. I am going to not want to be side by side with anybody. We're going to ping through there. Oh, this is the finish. I thought we had one more lap. No! Impega got it! Oh, I thought we had one. I'd lost track of my laps. I thought we set 6, but apparently not. Impega won it with a last-ditch move. If I hadn't dove as wide, we might have actually been in the perfect place because you would have passed us and we could have fought back. Bloody hell. Well, it was a fun race. It was a bit of a recovery drive, a little bit scrappy in places. The car's great. The car's really, really, really good. Ewan gets fastest lap ahead of us in a 4th position. Yeah, we had a little bit scruffy laps along the way. Oh, I didn't mean to press dislike. I do apologise, Scotty. It's a good track. I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, good start. Good start with the Paragon. So, for our 2nd race around here, we've gone back to a favourite of ours, the 8F Drafter, because we know these are pretty damn good fun to go racing with, and they should work quite nicely around this track. A sort of touring car style race will hopefully go on. Can I get across to the inside for turn 1? Not quite. Almost. Just not quite enough. Not quite enough speed to get across to the inside. We might duck underneath everybody, though, and pop out the other side with a lead. Oh, we're still going to go side by side with Gliska. Now, these can bump draft, no problem whatsoever, if we get some teamwork going on. Now, this is the tough bit. Can we get around the nasty chicane? We do. Me on the outside even, squeezed around, no problem. There's a little bit of two-wheel moments. Yeah, these you can just throw across the curbs. These might be some of my favourite new cars in the game. And Pega's coming with an awful lot of speed. Let's just stay out of the way, let the pink car sort itself out through all of that. It will get the lead. But it's only temporary. It's now going to be our turn to take the draft from that. Oh, I've got to try and... Nope! Bugger. Tried to fit in a gap between them as we were all picking up speed. That was a little narrow for a 3 wide. Probably should have just lifted. My bad. I mean, I came off worse of all of that. It helped, I think, Liam to the front of that one. Yeah, should have lifted and not tried to fit through that gap. Thought I could get away with it. Just a little miscalculation from me. It's okay. It's lap 1. There's still time to recover. We've not taken anybody entirely out of the race. Oh, I wanted to try and duck underneath Ninetails' car. Not quite. Not Ninetails, sorry, Danger Man. They're both on the same bloody colour. We've got Mega Run here. In fact, we can get this done before the last corner. As I said in the previous one, I don't really like being too wide around that turn. It's so fast. Unless you get it perfectly positioned, you're going to be in trouble. We pulled clear but didn't bring anyone with us in all of that. I mean, it's kind of fine. Also meant we couldn't really work with somebody to try and get up towards the further up bit of the group. That was us having to try and avoid Reth's and Gliska tangling. It's a little bumpy down there. Took a few street signs out with us along the way and towards the chicane. I think this is the first time I've got around the chicane uninterrupted. I did exactly the same as Pega did through there, with a little too much speed and a little too much understeer and a little bit of two-wheeled action. Proper touring car stuff. Hit a curb, go on 2 wheels. Lovely. We will get huge slipstream pull, but that does mean you've got to go on the brakes nice and early. Brazen also joining me with that mega run on the run down towards the hairpin, but yeah, you've got to try and time your brakes. You're not used to it. You don't know how early you're going to have to brake when you've got that much overspeed. Oh, that's a lot of cars in a little space, and Pega makes it work through the middle there to claim second for now. We are on a very wonky line. I'm just going to yield. There's nowhere to go when you are that confined, when you're that boxed in at that point. I think there must have been a kerfuffle. Yeah, I think there's been a kerfuffle further back. Probably at the chicane, somebody got it wedged a bit and has blocked the pack up. Yes, thankfully for us, we are ahead of it. But yeah, that chicane is nasty. We have got nowhere to go really through this. We are just going to... Yeah, I haven't got enough slipstream to get past, so it's teamwork. It was teamwork between me and Pega, Brazen and Liam. Gliska gets the lot of us, being the only one that could get any sort of a draft. We will duck around to the inside. We make up a couple of positions in all of that. It has now just started to rain. Oh, it's got all the best ingredients of a touring car race, this, so far. There's two-wheeled antics. It's 3 wide into a chicane where 3 cars won't fit. Reminds me of Snetterton. And now it's pouring with rain. Unfortunately, no tyre decisions to be made. That's always a fun part of a touring car weekend. Yeah, I mean, I've not really got anywhere to go in that one. We're just going to kind of sit back. I thought about giving Pega a shove, but we were so close to the braking zone, it wouldn't really be helpful anymore. Brazen's going to make it 3 wide down the back stretch. Well, down this next straight, but I don't want to be stuck out too much here. That's actually I've got some speed. Wasn't quite expecting that one to work. I think we've got a little bit of a toe off with Gliska's car. Both Gliska and Liam end up going the wrong side of the tree. I'm a little too slow around there, but we'll get away with it for now. It is pretty much between the 5 of us, I don't think. Oh, Liam's really defending hard into that final corner. In fact, that's defended a little too hard into the final turn and is too slow on the exit. May well still recover to be able to play a part in all of this. The rain might play its part. Rain isn't the most effective thing in GTA 5. However, if it is heavy enough, it will do a little bit to the cars. We've got a huge run. Had to have a massive break to get through all of that. We do shoot through a gap in the end. As we head on to the 4th lap, everyone taking different lines, everyone crisscrossing, proper touring car. little bumps, little nudges. No one's round just enough to make it known that there were cars alongside. Impega's going to have a look. Impega will be passed before the chicane. Impega can't stop it though. And I'm stuck on the phone booth. That is not proper touring cars. You don't very often get somebody caught on a phone booth. Damn it, I was fine to not hit the damn wall, but no, the phone booth is the bit that screwed us. Now, if we are too far back here, we might struggle with a lack of draft, although they are going to stumble over each other down into the hairpin. So I've stumbled wide on my own. Okay, well, we are now in the draft. It's Impega. We'll probably keep in the draft as well for the final lap. It's going to be another madcap dash to the finish line, with I think the 5 of us far enough clear that it will just be between us. It's unusual. Normally we bunch up through these races. Again, it's why we keep the slipstream, why we keep the catch-up on to make 4, 8, 10-car battles for the lead by the end of races normally. Apparently this one here, too big a kerfuffle went on at the chicane. I just sat on top of the curb there and got dragged very, very wide in all of that. There is a group that is starting to catch, but they're going to just run out of time to do anything, barring a big accident for us. I thought about it. Yeah, now this has cost us some time through all of this. I get a big slide through there. Now this is the final lap it would go to. Kaliska just, I think that would be immensely close though. We are to the outside at turn 1. Now, can we hold it around here? We get that good drive on the exit if we get it right. Not quite enough. We still get a good run to fight our way towards the chicane. It isn't enough. Liam's up to 3rd ahead of Brazen now. So it's definitely going to be 4 of us involved by the end of this lap, I should think. Gliska clipped the curb around a little bit wide. Thank you. I will take that opportunity as and when I can get it. It's very wet now. It's in these, not terrible, but they do still slip and slide around. Oh, I was I was about to move across to defend, realised Gliska was coming with a lot of speed, and then just sort of sat in the middle. I don't think Gliska realised I was going to just sit in the middle. I just started ever so slightly moving across, and Gliska had to dodge, and then I didn't end up moving in the end of all that. So, yeah, a little bit of miscommunication. I don't want to be on the outside of a 3 wide, especially because Liam's in the wall going through there as it was. We're going to be again on the outside, and I hate going through that tree line. Liam's not going to do that again. Has got into trouble at least once on that. I think it might have been twice in the end for the black car. Brazen's sat in a good place. Ninetails has actually sat maybe a little too far back. Oh, Liam with a mega dive up the inside. Brazen's going to try, won't get the run off the corner. Now the issue I'm going to have is we're going to get hit and there's going to be nowhere to go. They are side by side and me and Brazen can't do anything. There's no space to put a car. Ninetails is coming. Ninetails with a mega run may well get all of us. Liam hit the wall. Liam hit something. Here comes Brazen. Ninetails beats us all to the line. I knew Ninetails was the danger when I saw how bunched up we got. I knew Ninetails was the danger, and they were far enough back to get that big run after Liam pinged the wall. We all checked up. We all had to try and deal with it, and Ninetails beats the lot of us to victory. God damn it, 500ths of a second in it. Damn good race again at the front. And is 1st to 4th, covered by 0.2 of a second. Brazen takes the fastest lap of 34.7. I'm kind of surprised. I was expecting Ninetails, but with that mega final lap to join in the fun there. But not quite. Longboat's doing a burnout, having got stuck in the tyre bundles by the looks of it. Oh, what a touring car race. What a great race. I love these cars. They're fantastic fun. Even on what is a pretty damn nasty technical circuit, you get a lot of close racing with them. And they can deal with the bumps pretty damn well. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you very much to Scotty for building this track. It's a lot of fun to go driving around. And, of course, thank you all very much for watching. Until next time, a goodbye.